Yeah, Andrew and Maria, we obviously heard a lot here this afternoon for about 45 minutes. We heard from the Chula Vista Police Department chief and as well as the district attorney, Summer Stephan, and of course briefly from Mary Chris, Maya's sister. Unfortunately, everything that we've learned today confirms that Maya, indeed missing since January 7th, was murdered. And at this point, you heard they very strongly believe that Larry Miliate, Maya's husband, is the person responsible. Now, of course, they went through quite a bit of information here. Kind of a brief summary of the evidence. They did say there's a lot that cannot be shared. A portion of the arrest warrant will be sealed as to not compromise any additional investigation that has to go on from here on out. They do believe that people out there have information. They may feel scared. They may have loyalties to Larry, but the authorities here, they do want those people to feel like they can come forward with any additional information about where Larry might have taken May's body on that day, somewhere between January 7th and January 8th. They mentioned that May was definitely wanting a divorce as of December 2020. Larry did not. That was a major point of contention. On January 7th, the last day that May was seen was the same day that she met with a divorce attorney, and she actually set an appointment for January 12th. We are told that Larry knew about that meeting. He was very upset about that meeting, and through search warrants, they were actually able to obtain text messages he sent to his boss alluding to the fact that their marriage was over. And of course, January 7th, that key day, was the last day that they ever heard from May. Now, I want to briefly toss to some sound here from Mary Chris, because she did talk about Larry here very passionately, very emotionally. This has been very hard for them. They have not wanted to come out and blame Larry publicly. They have never slandered his name. And today you can see just how hard it was for her to come to terms with the fact that her brother-in-law, someone they knew for decades, may very well be responsible for her sister's disappearance.
It's been really hard. He's a family. He's our family. It's hard to go against a family. He's been with us for 20 years. My sister did love him. She gave him 3 kids. She just can't let go. And this is still not the end. We're still have a long way to go. We're still asking the public, please help us bring my sister home.
We will, my Grace.
These efforts ultimately generated a variety of pieces of evidence that have become clear and overwhelming. Larry Miliate, May's husband, is responsible for May's murder and disappearance. Today is a step towards justice, but it does not mark the end of our investigation. The Chula Vista Police Department will continue to seek answers for her family. Today is about May.
You just heard it there. They're very certain they believe Larry Miliate is the only person responsible for May's murder and disappearance. We did ask if the police department believes he had help, but they just reiterated the fact that at this point he is the only one arrested and the only one they believe to be involved. But they did, of course, allude to the fact they believe someone out there may know more details or may be feeling more comfortable now that Larry is in custody to come forward and say something. Two key pieces of evidence that they want the public to be aware of is if they had seen a black Lexus GX 460, that's the family SUV with the license plate Mailani, somewhere in that January 8th time period driving around. He was gone for 11.5 hours, and as well as a .40 caliber gun that also believed to belong to Larry Miliate. Those two things, definitely key things that they want people to pay attention to. If anyone knows anything, of course, they're asked to come forward, whether in person or anonymously, to the authorities.